Hello, how are you doing on this wonderful day? What do you call it? I haven't done a drugstore lately. I'm just going to prep with my Essence lip booster, lip serum, 10% peach oil. Prep my lips. So how is everybody's summer going? I missed you guys. It's been a while. And I'm just going to try a little bit of the Wet n Wild, what is this called? Wet n Wild Rose Company lip color and biscuit. Just really prep those lips. Oh wow, I love the little sheen that gives. Okay, so, just 1 second please. I thought I had everything all ready. I was wrong. Okay, got it. I made an order to the Wet n Wild beauty site, and I ordered more of the, yes I did all my stuff, the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This is the previous one, not the new one that they came out with. Ooh. I might have grabbed a little too much. This is my drugstore alternative to the Urban Decay Primer Potion. If you could get your hands on it, like I've been looking in store in the Walmart in Terrace, haven't been able to find it. I actually bring everything up. This, I loved it so much. A couple years ago, I was like big on drugstore. You know, I love drugstore, and I actually got 3 of these, and they lasted so long. Like they're good for 12 months. Just like in the hands, and what do you call it? Where's my lid? Not funny. Oh, there it is. It's on my mirror. Okay. And then I'll start with a little bit of the Wetnwild B is for banana. I haven't tried these products yet. Some of the products I ordered on the website, they basically came after, or when we were in Edmonton, which is like a province next to ours. We went to, or no, not Edmonton, Alberta. We went to Alberta and we visited the city of Edmonton. Oh my God, it was beautiful. I loved it there. Low key, when I moved to a big city and just, you know, I would love to live that big city life. But it's not in the cards yet. You know, just we're enjoying visiting the cities, and then we come back home and, you know, it's Little Prince River. It's kind of nice. We're not so crazy here. I can officially say I've driven on the freeway. I loved it. It was amazing. It was my first time leaving the province of BC, British Columbia. We are on the west coast of BC. What do you call it? Oh, I'm getting powder all over my dress. West coast of BC, Prince Rupert, basically at the edge of the world. I love it here. Like, we could use more food here. We need more Japanese food here. I love Edo Japan, so if like anyone from Edo Japan saw this, would be like, you are needed here. I just gotta shake off all this pepper powder. I hope that doesn't look scary. I'm wearing a really nice dress that, you know, I haven't worn in a while. Yeah. So I'm just gonna spritz some. I got my vitamins. Actually, maybe I'll try the other one first. Okay, I got the other one. The Fight Dirty Detox Setting Spray. Actually, should I try it with the eye stuff? Maybe later. I don't know. Yeah, just try it. I really should have did this before I powdered and set everything. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, look. It's smudged. Okay. What am I gonna do? Maybe I'll just reset that powder so it doesn't like separate on me. Okay. This isn't quite drugstore, but it is like more affordable. This came back into stock at Sephora, and it's the what do you call it? Cream shadow. I can't talk. Clean palette, clean cream shadow eyeshadow. It's like a moussey bouncy formula. I've been loving it. It's in my kit. This is the mini palette, and I've just been loving it. And they came back into stock. I actually got a backup, and so that's just gonna sit on my. Hey, I basically cut out on my video. I was just talking about the Sephora Clean palette and the shade Monarch. I did speed up the sound, I think, to 2 times or 4 times, and I was just going over the Essence Extreme Long Lasting Kohl pencil in Espresso Love and Black Love. I said I got the Wet n Wild Kohl pencils, but I thought I'd try the Essence Extreme Long Lasting pencil in Black Love just to create my wing. And then I changed my mind. I thought I would, what do you call it, shade my eyes to get a proper wing. And I was just talking about I made an order to the Wet n Wild website, and I got more of the 5-pan. Those are my usual 3 that I had. I got them in Petalette, Camouflaunt, and I forget what the other I'm just shading out where I want my wing placement on my eye. And I just kind of did it on both eyes. It helps to map out where your wing is going to go on your hooded eyes. And I'm just going over with the Essence Long Lasting Pencil in Black Love. The problem with this pencil is that it's so thick that you have to be really careful, otherwise you'll get like a really thick wing. And I'm just blending it out with the SB59 brush, just his liner brush. I have no idea what I'm saying here. But you have to be really quick when you're working with the Essence pencils because the formula dries down really quickly. So sorry. And what do you call it? I was just doing a thin line toward the lash line. I thought I would try out my mic on my camera setup, and all it takes is one little nudge for the mic not to work, which is really kind of, what do you call it, irritating, but what can you do? Okay, I'm just saying what do you call it, ordered the Always Blushing palette, and applying a cream base with that Sephora cream eyeshadow, and I used a light shade. The problem with blending out the liner, sometimes it gets patchy with the Essence liner. And I wanted to try the Monarch cream eyeshadow. I went in with the lightest shade. Sorry if it sounds like I'm winded. And I just loved how light the shades were. Easy to apply, and they last like all day. And it doesn't skew the eyeshadow when I go in with like a light shade. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying here. Excuse me, sorry. I was just saying how I love the new 5 pans. That petalette looks really good. I love the berries. Camouflage. I can't remember what that one was. I don't have it in front of me, sorry. But I literally love almost every eyeshadow from Wetnwild. This is the Always Blushing palette. And I went in with like the lightest crease shade. And basically just digging it into my crease. On both sides. And that was the lightest brown. Looked like a taupe. And basically just mapping out my eyes. I went in with like a peachy kind of shade, just mapping out the crease. I seriously love Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Like, in the past year, I think it's like the best drugstore formula. And I was just seriously impressed. And it kind of reminded me of the Patrick Ta interdimensional palette too, or something like that, the Rose edition. The Wet n Wild Always Blushing palette reminded me of the Patrick Ta. The shades were like very similar, and I just loved how the rose just smoked out my eye. Now I'm just kind of shade mapping. I'm pretty sure I just wiped my brush. Now I'm just blending. And then I thought I would try like a deeper crease and basically just building up that crease. Basically let your hoods down and just fill in the crease. As hooded as my eyes are, like, I would never do anything to alter them. Like, I just feel like it's very a part of me, and I've learned to embrace it. I didn't even show the shade, so I probably just went in with the same shade. Still building up the crease. And I thought I'd try that darkest crease shade, and I was like, it didn't even show up. So some of Wet n Wild's eyeshadow sometimes doesn't work, but most of them, the formulas are just amazing. And then I thought I would go in with a shimmer shade and just basically by the inner eye, build up the shimmer intensity, basically building light where light is needed. And then I used my finger just for better intensity. I was like, wow. I try really like carefully not to get it on my liner. I was really impressed with that shimmer. That's when I was like, yes, it seriously reminds me of that Patrick Ta, and it just gave me the kind of like the same look, sort of. I was probably just raving about Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is just, they're just doing it. All their products, like the eye products, are like bomb. Seriously. And just curl my lashes. I found my Profusion winged eyeliner in black, and I usually curl my lashes first so it doesn't pick up the liner. And just applying liner to set the pencil eyeliner. And by doing this, it like really helps hooded eyes, making your liner last longer. It's actually it's actually an old how do you say it? The people that do sex videos, they basically taught how like long lasting makeup that just withstands everything, and it just stuck with me. And believe it or not, that was a search when I was researching hooded eye techniques. I'm basically just setting my kohl pencil and building up the intensity with the Profusion Wing It eyeliner. I really take my time because if you're doing that fine of a line, you've got to be very careful. Don't blink. Just let it dry. Okay, I was talking about the Wetnwild Big Papa mascara. It's got biotin in it. I haven't used it in a while, but it was seriously a big staple in the last 2 years. I love it because it helps grow your lashes. It was a little clumpy coming out of the tube, and I didn't open it when I unboxed everything. I didn't do an unboxing video for the Wet n Wild. I should have. I wish I was a really good lip reader. I'm not. Basically, it probably was taking up all the chunks where I can like finally use it on my lashes. I need water. Look at the tube. And just applying it to the lashes. Just checking my volume to make sure it's up. I'm so sorry I'm having all these technical difficulties. And just doing it on the other eye. This brush is very spiky, so you have to be really careful around the eyes. It's a lot thicker than I imagined. And a little clumpy. But it did last all day, so I'm not mad at it. Got it on my eyes. A little on the other eye too. It's okay. I just kind of double layered with the Essence Lash Princess, and I think that was the volume. And I sometimes stack if I'm not getting like that dramatic lift from a mascara. I'll sometimes stack. For some reason, when I used this a couple of years ago, like it wasn't that hard to get my lashes nice and dark. I don't know. I kind of think that Kosas lash and brow serum might be lightening my hairs because like my eyebrows are like really light. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Oh, when you use what do you call it, drugstore eye primer and powder, sometimes it's like really, like the Wet n Wild is really good, like it sticks. Then you have to like use like adhesive bond just to get off under the eyes to prep for face makeup. Usually I go in with like a concealer and then I just clean it up. I don't know why I used my rig today. Just assessing how the eyes are looking, and yeah. Normally I'd go in with like a black shade just to hide the hoodedness, but I was really enjoying the rose look, so I forwent that today. And I was kind of assessing if I should. So if you're ever wondering why I just go in with a random black color, it's just, and just trying to deepen up the liner. I wasn't happy with the wing placement. No. What can you do? Okay, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild micro brow pencil in, I think it was like deep brown. I liked it because it was like a fine micro tip. Just going in with the brush basically to brush the hairs up. I went in earlier with the Wet n Wild primer and I powdered my eyebrows just to make them a little bit more waterproof to last all day. In all the years of prepping my eyes, I never thought once to bring up the primer to my eyebrows to make the brows a little bit more waterproof. Kind of blanks them out though too, so I was really happy with the micro brow pencil because you could really go into the tiny fine hairs. Like as you age, I don't know what's going on, like the hairs get like finer. You have to be really careful about plucking your eyebrows. But I didn't mind this one. You could actually draw like a whole brow and it looked like semi-decent. I'm just trying to make sure the placement is good. Blending. Excuse me, sorry. No eyebrow. I remember that. Basically, if you wipe your forehead and you don't have a waterproof eyebrow pencil on, it's basically like, bye eyebrow. Like rose. No, don't go. I just remember when I was a teenager, I used to have like block eyebrows, like Bert and Ernie eyebrows. I just remember like, and I was talking about my hairy arms and hairy eyebrows, hairy arms. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
was probably just talking about how like really good this pencil is to like oh, okay, I remember now. I was trying to overdraw, and for some reason I don't know how to do that, and I end up with like these Drew Barrymore thin eyebrows, and oh man, I need like some brow implants instead of these tiny little brows. Still trying to make them even. One side is like wonky. Assessing and then blending. The Wetnwild pencil is seriously good, and this pencil like lasted 12 hours. I just love how tiny the tip is, and I was wondering why more wasn't going on, and I just had to push up the tip, and I just went in with the Essence Brow Like a Boss like gel. I went in with the SB59 brush because the tip of the Brow Like a Boss is like way too thick. Like, look how thick that was. You could probably really overdraw with that wand, but I choose not to. I was like, I don't know, is it working? I tried it on the other side. I tried really my best to keep it all drugstore. I was hoping it wouldn't like cover up the deep brown pencil. Basically just setting. But I don't know, the combo of the both, they just lasted all day. It was seriously amazing. I was probably just really hesitant. I should have just left the deep brown, but they're really good products. Like seriously. And I just went in with the LA Colors lashes that my sister gave me. They were really pretty. They tapered at like each end, and it was like fluttery in the middle. And I'm just trying to find my the Tarte glue adhesive. And I was just trying to find the lash applicator that I got first from Sephora. I was trying to assess like which ones for which eye, but they were literally the same lash, so I just went with the top one, I think, for my left. I haven't worn lashes in a while, and I was trying to find out which way it tapered. I do not know what I'm doing. I think I was looking for the Tarte glue adhesive. It's in my bag. Yeah, there it is. And I kind of don't like the Tarte lash adhesive in black because I like being able to see the white and then the dry down. Then when you know to apply to the eyelashes. I was really impressed with how close you could get to the lash band, and then I touched the lash. I was like, damn it. I had to reapply. I don't know. Just waiting for it to dry. I was talking about like how I bought that in November and there's only like a little bit left. It's a really good product. I didn't use it in this video. I was trying to keep it all drugstore. I don't know why I showed it a third time. Oh, I ended up getting like a bigger bottle. Just kind of lifting my lashes down. Hey.
Just watching your video?
No, I'm going over it with a voiceover. Drink your water.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
I know, I'm talking in a video and my throat is like super dry. Just trying to apply it to my lash. I should have trimmed this one because it was actually a little big. I got tiny eyes. Not much real estate. I did love how like fluttery these were. Like, oh my god. If I see them again, I would buy them. Thank you, sis. I love them. Unfortunately, I only use my lashes like once. I'm very keen on them. I know you could clean them. It's just I gotta be really careful with my eyes. Hence why I have like a lash full of, or a drawer full of lashes. Just trying to get it like to the lash band and like getting the lash to stick up. Still trying to get it. Just felt a little not on. And then it just kind of, it stayed. It's a really good lash adhesive. I think it's waterproof, I can't remember. I just loved how fluttery it was. I think I was applying the lash glue to this other lash on for the other eye. Oh, I was talking about, I think, if I would ever get a procedure to lift my hooded eyes, and I'm like, I don't want to be like 70 in the home with my eyes lifted really high. There, yeah. If only I showed it on TV. Sorry. I was applying the lash glue to the other lash. I have no idea what I was saying here. Basically, just put the lashes down so it doesn't like attach the lashes to your actual lashes. I always bring mine down. This one I actually applied a little closer to my inner eye, and for some reason it just felt really off. I was trying to get it to attach to the lash band. It kept trying to like lift on me. It's a very nice thin band, so you have to be really careful about placement. And I was kind of wondering if I put the wrong lash on one eye, because the flutter was like going towards the inner corner, and I'm like, I think I messed up. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you put your lashes on wrong. So the flutter might be on the inner the inner corner of the eye. I wasn't quite sure. I could be totally wrong, and that's just the way the lashes look. It's just I'm not used to it tapering toward the inner portion of the eye, and I just went in with a eyelash curler to so sorry lift the lashes up. The things we do for the love of makeup. Eyelash curlers always look like a torture device. But in actuality, you're just getting the lashes to like adhere to your natural lash. Still trying to get it up. I like them. Very pretty. Give like a really nice flutter. Like that doll effect. So sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I basically just sanitized my hands. It was really hot in the bedroom. Kind of wondering if I fell asleep. Still checking the lashes. was trying to assess if they looked okay on camera. And I was trying to figure out what kind of primer I wanted to use. I didn't know what I wanted to use. Sorry, it's like 3 in the morning. I got 15% battery. Hopefully I have enough to take care of this video. And I just went in with Physicians Formula liquid butter bronzer. Just a tiny little pea-size amount. But then I wanted to go in with the Makeup Revolution liquid powder primer. I couldn't remember which primer I usually used. It was usually the CoverGirl pore minimizing primer, but I went in with the Revolution liquid powder primer. I just splattered on my hand. And I just applied it to my face. Usually if I just use the Revolution liquid powder, it creates like this glass skin, and you put any foundation on top, it just peels off. So I thought I'd go in with the Physicians Formula liquid bronzer, just to kind of tame down the glass effect. And the primer actually lasted all day. I was just rubbing it in. I loved how illuminating it made my skin look. Like, I can't believe girls wanted to look like that. Like, low-key, I look like that my whole life because, like, I sweat. I'm like, girls wanted to look like me? I'm joking. And I just went in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow in shade 5 around the... kind of bronzed with it. It is a bit of a dark shade. Like, if I got another shade in the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I'd probably go with like 3 or 4. I think this is shade 5. So you can see it's like it's a little deep. Runs deep. So it's basically bronzing before I put on my foundation. I just loved how healthy it made my skin look. And I was feeling myself. I was like, yes. I don't know if I would like go out with just bronzer, but I did like the effect it had. And I just went in with the e.l.f. CC cream in the shade 420. I think that's tan neutral, I think. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. And then I thought I would mix it with the Jason Boo Skin Tint Moisturizer Meet CC Cream in Skin 7. I just kind of put it on the back of my hand, mixed it, and then put it on my face. Rubbed it in. The CC cream on itself is really dark and really thick, but I often like to mix foundation primers, basically, because they complement each other so well. And like all that illuminating I did underneath just came through. I was really happy. And then I figured it was a little dark, so I thought I'd blend it out. I sprayed it with the CoverGirl Glow Mist. I wouldn't buy this one again, but it's good for blending out your foundations. Thought I would try to blend with the Pawpaw blender. It wasn't like taming it down enough, so I actually used my Sigma, what was it? Blend, like, I think it's a blender brush, tapered blender brush. And I was looking for the e.l.f. Camo Creamy Concealer in shade Medium Peach. And I was basically just creating light where I needed light. Excuse me, sorry. Little dots. For some reason, this concealer did not blend very well over the CC creams. I used my unique foundation brush, which I use for concealer. I was kind of wondering if it was working because it wasn't blending in like seamlessly. Just trying to blend it out. I'm really hoping you can't hear that video. Just trying really hard to blend that concealer. And I went in with another layer of the CoverGirl Glow Mist to blend the foundation and concealer together and help against like creasing. Just trying to make sure there's no creases, so I blended with my finger. The warmth of your finger really helps the concealer stay under your under eyes. So I was trying to make sure that it was like very well blended. Around my nose, lip. And then I thought I'd go in with like the Sigma blender and just blend. I really go in, like, I go ham. I love that brush for that reason. I decluttered like a full set of Sigma brushes because I really wanted the Scott Barnes, and I kept that one because to this day it's my favorite foundation blending brush. And then I just went in with the e.l.f. Bronzer in Honey Drip and bronze the face. I really should have used like a thinner brush because the foundation stippling was kind of a little too thick. But I guess it worked. I was wondering if it showed up. Oh, sorry. And then I just went in with the Essence, the new nude blushes, and Berry Cheeks. It's a very pigmented blush. Pigmented. Basically, just tap it on the back of your hand, smile, and apply. Tap it on your hand, smile. And then I just went in with the product and I was like, whoa, that's way too much. If you think that's too much, just use your whatever's left on your foundation brush to blend. Don't get me wrong, I love rosy cheeks, even in the summertime. But I thought it was a little much, so I blended. And I just sat with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in light medium. And I kind of set it with the Papa sponge under my eyes. I kind of baked. Not kind of, I baked. And it lasted 12 hours. Like, it lasted. I went in with a brush and just blended everything. All the cream products. Basically just setting my whole face. Just basically blending in all the products. I loved how seamlessly it looked on my face. Oh, excuse me. Why is it when you're just sitting here watching, you get really itchy? Just going with my L'Oreal 24-hour foundation powder in honey, something honey, radiant honey, I can't remember. I'm just doing a light dusting on my face. Just carefully setting under the eyes. And going back in with Physicians Formula liquid highlighter, butter highlighter. And it's got that butter glow scent. Very beautiful on my nose and my lips. See, when you see this look, I'm really curious about the product and I'm really happy. You can just see it in my eyes. A little scared, but happy. And it just blended in so seamlessly, like it was like you naturally glowed. It was so beautiful, and I'm just setting it with the whatever's left on the powder. Further setting with powder. was really happy with how that turned out. And I just set my face with Wet n Wild vitamin spray. It smells so good. Best drugstore ever. So sorry. And I'm just going back in with the butt of the pot blender and setting the whole face. Under the eyes. Make sure there's no creasing. It looked good. When my hubby came home, he was like, oh my god, Betty Boop. I don't know what I'm looking for. Just waiting for my face to dry. I was trying to figure out what kind of lip to use. And then I figured I'd go in with the Wet n Wild liquid catsuit in behind the bleachers. I compared this one to like the Jeffree Star. What was the Jeffree Star one? Oh god, what was it called? I should know this. His liquid lip in Unicorn's Blood, but they're not exact dupes. But if you're looking for dupes, what do you call it? That grayish color kind of reminded me of Doll Parts by Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star doesn't make that shade anymore. Probably because Courtney Love didn't like that. Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking like Doll Parts, whole by whole. Probably have to pay royalties or something like that. And it wasn't as good as I remembered. Like, it's a really good formula. It lasts, like, it gives you a nice lip. But for some reason, it was just applying kind of weird on my lips. So sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice. It's really good for drugstore though. Like this one, I would be comparable to my like Scott Barnes kind of liquid lipstick. You gotta keep reapplying though after food and drink. And I just blot on the back of my hand. It's just a little wonky on the top lip. I went in with like a second coat. I was really hoping it wasn't like the lipstick formula. I was hoping it was like the liquid lipstick where it would like dry down. So I blotted on the back of my hand and blotted with a tissue. I was really happy with the drugstore makeup, like seriously. Like everything works so harmoniously together. Seriously. I was just sanitizing. I went with the berry lip to go with the berry eye, and I was really happy with the outcome. I don't know what I'm saying here. I was not sure if the liquid powder worked because I normally go on with like a CoverGirl pore minimizing primer. I would probably pair the Revolution and the CoverGirl primer together again next time. And I was just saying how much I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, and it just makes my heart happy making get ready with me videos and being able to explore different products, whether it be like Sephora, drugstore, or like ordering online. It's fun to try new products, and I'm glad I tried the Physicians butter bronzer and highlighter because they just work so good. It's like a good product. I was scared to try it, and sometimes you have to go beyond your comfort zone. I have enjoyed pairing the e.l.f. and Jason Wu together. It just looked really good on the skin. I tried those two together before, and the foundation just broke up. And then with these two together, it just works so harmoniously on the skin. Like even 12 hours later, I just kind of blotted with a tissue and it still looked good. Like, you don't need to buy any of the recommendations that I recommend. It's just what worked for me. I'm just trying to use my products up. I don't know what I'm saying here, but yeah, I literally have no idea what I'm saying here. I was thinking about doing like comparing drugstore and high end with videos. If you like that idea, just kind of give me a comment below. I don't know. I'm just an average consumer who loves makeup, and I love making makeup videos for you guys. And I would really enjoy if you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and things can only go up from here. I'm so sorry about the technical issues. I'm working hard to get better at my approach to making my own videos. I just really enjoyed how this makeup look came together, and it looks great. Drugstore is just killing it these days. I think I was just saying, like, whatever it takes to make you happy, and where you could like take care of yourself in order to take care of others, you know, like the full circle. Just take time out of your day to take care of you. I have a hard time making time out to do makeup because I feel bad.